Welcome to the viewers for the lecture on structural analysis. In the last 9 lectures, we have been discussing about slope deflection method. We introduced the method, done problems on continuous beams, done problem on a fixed beam with 2 steps. We have done problems on portal frames without sway, one sway prevented case, and one portal frame with sway, subjected to side sway, that we have done. And the problem was a lengthy problem that I could not do it to my satisfaction. So I will do one more problem, but in this problem there is a change. That is, here the columns are of unequal length, and when the columns are of unequal length, on one side it is subjected to UDL, on the other side is subject to point load. How to deal? It's a more general problem. So that is the problem we are going to discuss today. Now, before discussing the problem, I want to discuss the shear equation in detail. Last class we have done it in a hurry. We could not do it to my satisfaction. So I'll just do the derivation. So what we have done in the last lecture is general derivation. So this also general derivation. Last time there was a point load in the column from left to right. Right hand side it was free. Now in this frame, the left hand column is subjected to UDL, right hand column is subjected to a point load from right to left. So this is the change. Again we are going to derive the general equation, because other equilibrium equations we can write, but writing the shear equation has to be done correctly. This may be confusing for someone, that is why just I am repeating, so that for other problems we can always change the data. So this will take a little time, no problem, but that will be useful. Right, now coming to this frame, now here the left column is subjected to UDL. Now considering the column AB separately, we assume MAB and MBA initially clockwise. Similarly, MCD, MDC also assumed in the clockwise direction. If our assumption is wrong, that will lead to the final answer will lead to the correct sign. But here AB, MAB, MBA are assumed to be clockwise. Therefore, the reaction, horizontal reaction HA will be to the right and HB will be to the left. So it is an assumption, right, with which we proceed with the problem, right. Now this is the frame, this is the column AB subjected to UDL. We have assumed MAB and MBA both towards are clockwise. Now taking moment about B in the column AB, when we take moment about B, actually HA, that is minus HA into L1, HA, when we take moment about the point B, minus HA into L1, moments assumed are clockwise, therefore plus MAB. At the top there is a moment, so plus MBA. Now the UDL is from left to right, therefore when we take moment about the point B, it is minus, so minus W into L1 into L1 by 2 equal to 0. Considering all the moment, this is equal to 0. Or HA minus HA into L1 equal to MAB minus, of course, when it goes to right hand side, minus MBA, and this will become plus WL1 square by 2. Or we can change a sign in all the cases. Now here we will change the sign, this will become plus, this will become plus, plus and minus. Right. Now rewriting the equation, or you can say HA equal to, because we left hand side we have HA into L1, so HA equal to MAB plus MBA minus W L1 square by 2, the whole divided by L1. This is the value of the horizontal thrust. Right. Now, for the column CD, for the column CD, it will be column CD again. It is subjected to a point load from the right. So when we take moment about the top C, HD is towards right. So minus HD into L1 L2, HD into L2 minus HD into L2 plus MDC plus MCD, both are assumed to be clockwise, plus W is acting from right to left, therefore about C that also produces a clockwise moment, therefore plus W into H1 equal to 0, or minus HD into L2 equal to minus MDC plus MCD, sorry, minus, this also minus only, minus, this is also minus W into H1, so W into H1, or we can make, we can change the sign, so this will make it as plus, this will be plus, this is plus, this is also plus, right. Therefore HD equal to MDC plus MCD plus W into H1, the whole divided by L2. So these are the values of HA and HD. Then what we are going to do is, we are going to, for convenience I will just draw a line, right. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to equate, this to 0, HA plus HD, all the horizontal loads. We are going to equate all the horizontal loads and equate it to 0. That is equating here HA at A. HA is towards right. HA is towards right, plus HD is also towards right, plus the other loads are, there is a UDL on the column AB to the right. That UDL is W into L1. So plus UDL small w into L1. Then the capital W is acting towards left. So that is, we are taking only the load. HA is a horizontal reaction, HD is a horizontal reaction, W into L1 is the load minus capital W equal to 0. Because this is towards right and W is towards left, right. So this is the equation. Later we are going to write the equation where we are going to substitute for H, A, substitute for HD and rewrite this is the shear equation. So in the place of HA, we have to substitute the value of HA. In the place of HD, we have to substitute the value of HD plus W into L1 minus W equal to 0. This is the shear equation. Very important equation. Last time we have not done it in detail. So just this is for accepting, substituting for HA and HD here. This is the shear equation. This will do it in the problem, right. Now coming to the problem, we are going to analyze a frame, an unsymmetrical frame, geometrically as well as load wise it is completely unsymmetrical. Therefore this frame will be subjected to side sway. So column AB is subjected to UDL of 30 kN per meter. It is subjected to concentrated loads of 80 and 40. It is a beam of length is 6 meters. So that is about the concentrated loads on the beam BC. And the column CD is subjected to a lateral load of 20 kN from right to left. So this is the frame. A and D are fixed. For column AB, moment of inertia is 2I. For column BC, moment of inertia is 2I. For column CD, moment of inertia is I. In all aspects, it is unsymmetrical. Right. Now coming to accepting the fixed ends A and D. Right. Now coming to the, we know here A is fixed. Therefore, theta A equal to 0 and D is fixed. Theta D is also equal to 0. So we have three unknowns, namely theta B, theta C and delta, because the beam BC or the columns AB and CD will sway to the right by an amount equal to delta. Delta we are going to find out. So theta B, theta C and delta are the unknowns. So when a frame is subjected to side sway. Right. Now first is that of fixed end moments. M of AB minus WL square by 12, M of BA plus WL square by 12. This need not be explained because column AB will behave as shown on the left hand side, because at the bottom you will have anti-clockwise moment, at the top you will have right clockwise moment. Therefore minus and plus remains the same. Coming to the beam BC, it is subjected to two consonant loads. So for W1 for 80 kilonewton, A is 2 meters, B is 4 meters. For column, for the load 40, A is 4 meters, B is equal to 2 meters. So that is the only change. That is again, it is not anything, nothing is new here, right? M of BC equal to minus, for the first load, W A1 B1 square by L square. For the second load, W A2 into B2 by B2 square by L2. It's not L, it is not L2, it is L square. It is L square, right? So here, for the first load, 80, A is 2 meters, B is 4 meters by 6 square. Second load, 40, A is 4 meters, left hand side it is 4 meters, right hand side 2 meters, B is 2 meters. Therefore, it is equal to minus 88.89. This is the extra information about the calculation, that's all, right? M of CB equal to plus W, formula is W A1 square B1 by L square plus W A2 square B2 by L2. Here A1 B1 square, here A1 square B1. So that change we have to understand. And for the two loads, and A and B values you have to remember. For the first load, A equal to 2 meters, B equal to 4 meters. For the second load, A equal to 4 meters, B equal to 2 meters. So if that is known, these calculations will not be difficult. Then coming to M of CD, for the column, the load is from the right. Therefore, the deflected behavior will be as shown in the figure. So for the rotation at the C to be 0, there must be an anti-clockwise moment. So for D, it is clockwise. Therefore, M of CD will be minus, M of DC will be plus. So this change we have to remember, right? M of CD equal to minus WL by 8. That is equal to this value. M of DC is, so at D, for zero slope, there must be a clockwise moment. So therefore, it is plus 7.5. So these things, one or two things new. All the three members subjected to loading. Right. Now coming to the next step. Next step is that of slope deflection equations. Now in the given frame, MAB equal to M of AB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B plus 3 delta by L is a general formula. We know M of AB is minus 62.5, M of BA is plus 62.5. Therefore, here M of AB is minus 62.5 plus 2E into, for the column AB, I is 2I, L is 5 meters. Yes, for the column AB, L equal to 5 meters and I equal to 2I. So this you have to remember every time, we need not come back. Therefore, and for the column BC, for the beam BC, I equal to 2I and L equal to 6 meters. So this we have to remember. Right. Now coming to this point. So 2E into 2I by 5 meters into theta B minus 3 delta by theta A is 0, already we know, right, minus 3 delta by L, because we assume the frame to sway to the right. The frame is assumed to yes, this is the sway delta so this is our assumption. Suppose your assumption is wrong, we will be getting the value with a negative sign. So that is not a problem. We just assume delta to the right and the moments MAB and MBA to be clockwise. That's all, right. Now MAB equal to, now so that is why it is minus, because compared to A, B is moving downwards. Therefore, downward settlement compared to the left support, right support settles down. Therefore, it is minus 3 delta by 5. So, therefore, M of BA is MAB equal to minus 62.5 plus 4A by 5 into theta B minus 3 delta by 5. Similarly, MBA equal to M of BA is 62.5, theta A 0. So, 2 theta B, the delta is minus. Therefore, MBA equal to plus 62.5 plus 4EI by 5 into 2 theta B minus 3 delta by 5. Coming to the beam, now we assume sway only in the column, because the beam and the column are perpendicular. So members, beam columns are vertical and beams are horizontal. Therefore, in this case there will be no settlement for the beam, right? So MBC equal to M of BC plus 2 EI by L, 2 theta B plus theta C plus 3 delta by L is a general formula. Now here minus 88.89 M of BC plus 2E into 2I L equal to 6 meters for the member BC into 2 theta B plus theta C, delta equal to 0 for the beam. For the beam BC, delta equal to 0 in this case, right? Therefore, simplification will give you MBC equal to minus 88.89 plus 2EI by 3 into 2 theta B plus theta C. So, this is about equation number 3, right? Yes. Now, MCB equal to M of CB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta B, 2 theta C, because this is CB. There are 2 theta C plus theta B plus 3 delta by L. So, M of CB is 71.11. Therefore, 2E into 2I by 6 into 2 theta C plus theta B, because delta equal to 0 for the beam BC. So, MCB equal to 71.11 plus 2EI by 3 into 2 theta C plus theta B. Theta B, right. Now, next is MCD. MCD equal to M of CD plus 2EI by L for general formula 2 theta C plus theta D plus 3 delta by L. It's a general formula, right. Now, equal to M of CD is minus 7.5, M of DC is plus 7.5, right. Now, equal to minus 7.5 plus 2E for the column CD, I equal to I itself and L equal to 3 meters. L equal to 3 meters into 2 theta C, D is fixed. Therefore, theta D equals 0 and the frame sways to the right. Therefore, it is minus 3 delta and L equal to 3 meters. L equal to 3 meters. Therefore, this 3 and 3 we can cancel. Therefore, MCD equal to minus 7.5 plus 2EI by 3 into 2 theta c minus delta. Then mdc, so this is our equation number 5. mdc equal to mf dc plus 2ei by L into 2 theta d plus theta c plus 3 delta by L. Right. Now here theta d is 0, and the mf dc is plus 7.5. So this is equal to 7.5 plus 2ei by L equal to 3 meters into theta c, this is minus, so 3 delta by L. L equal to 3 meters. Right. Therefore mdc equal to 7.5 plus 2ei by 3 into theta c minus delta, because 3 and 3 will get cancelled, theta c minus delta. So this is our equation number 6. So this is the second step. Now coming to the third step. Third step is that of equilibrium equations. Yes, these are the equilibrium equations. At B, MBA plus MBC equal to 0. MBA is equation number 2. Equation number 2 is 62.5 plus 4ei by 5 into 2 theta b minus 3 delta by 5, and MBC equal to minus 88.89 plus 2ei by 3 into this. So this when it is written here 62.5 etc., this is minus 88.89 etc. So those equations are reproduced here. Here in the simplification I made a small change here. Instead of keeping this 4 by 5 and 2 by 3 outside, here I made a small change. Anyway, the solution must be correct, that's all. Right. I have retained only ei outside, and here 4 by 5, namely 0.8 I have taken inside. Here 2 by 3, 0.667 I have taken inside. So retaining ei only outside, 4 by 5, that is 0.8 into 2 theta b minus 0.8 into 3 delta by 5 in the first term. Here in the second one, 2ei by 3 I have taken inside, only ei I have retained outside. So 2 by 3 is 0.667. 0.667 into 2 theta b plus 0.667 into theta c equal to this 88.89. When it goes right hand side it will become plus. This 62.5 when it goes for the right hand side becomes minus 62.5. So these two numbers I have taken to the right hand side. Therefore now ei being common in both cases, ei into 1.6 theta b minus 0.48 delta, that is 0.8 into 3 by 5. Then in the second term again common is ei plus 1.334 theta b plus 0.667 theta c equal to 26.39. Therefore adding 2.934 theta b plus 0.667 theta c minus 0.48 delta equal to 26.39 by ei. So the numbers I have taken inside the bracket, that is the only change. So this is how we will have to simplify. Now at C, MCB plus MCD equal to 0. We know MCB plus MCD equal to 0. Yes. So this is our MCB. This is our first equation MCB. Second equation is MCD. MCB plus MCD equal to 0. So here also what we can do is here 2ei by 3 is common in both cases. Here 2ei by 3, in both cases it is 2ei by 3. Therefore I will retain 2ei by 3 outside. 2ei by 3 into first one 2 theta C plus theta B. Second one also it is common, therefore plus 2 theta C minus delta equal to, when 7.5 goes to the right hand side, becomes plus 7.5. 71.1 will become minus 71.11. 71.11. So this, on simplification, we have theta B plus 4 theta C minus delta equal to, so this value will be minus 63.61. So equal to minus 63.61 into 3 by 2ei. So this, on simplification, will give you theta B plus 4 theta C minus delta equal to minus 95.415 by EI. This is our equation E8. Right. Next is that of the shear equation. Now shear equation, now here for this we have drawn the shear, derived the shear equation. HA, we know HA is MAB plus MBA minus WL1 square by 2 by L1. So we have to substitute for HA. Then we have to substitute for HD. HD is MDC plus MCD plus W into H1 by L2. Then minus W into L1 plus W into L1 minus W. I am going to rewrite this equation after substituting for HA and HD. Right. So this is what we are going to do. Right. Now shear equation, first one, MAB. The equation is MAB plus MBA minus WL1 square by 2 by L1 by, this is H1 plus HA. HD equal to MDC plus MCD plus W into H1 the whole divided by L2 for the column CD. Right. Then plus there are two loads. One is UDL from left to right. The value of UDL is W into L1. Then there is a point load from right to left, that is minus W, because equal to 0. Because HA is towards right, HD is towards right, W into L1 is towards right, W is towards left. So this is our shear equation. This is what we have derived at the beginning. Right. Now coming to, right. Now we have to substitute for the values. MAB is minus 62.5 plus 4EI by 5. This is our slope deflection equation 1. This is 4EI by 5. EI by 5 into theta B minus 3 delta by 5. This is our equation 1, MAB plus MBA, that is plus 62.5, second equation, plus 62.5 plus 4EI by 5 into 2 theta B minus 3 delta by 5 by 3 delta by 5. Three delta by 5. Then next term is minus W into L1 square by 2 the whole divided by L1, right? Now minus UDL is 30 into 5 square by 2, 30 into 5 square by 2, the whole divided by L1. The whole divided by L1 is 5 meters. The column AB is of length 5 meters. So this is one equation. Plus for the second one is MDC plus MCD. MDC is equation number 6, MCD is equation number 5 plus W into H1. So this we have to substitute, and the whole divided by L2 equal to 3 meters. Now coming to the equation number 6, that is 7.5 plus 2EI by 3. Of course this may look a bit tedious, but by practice we can, and that too when we do it in a necessity, we will do it fast. We can do it fast. 7.5 plus 2EI by 3 into 2 theta C minus delta. This is MDC, first term, 7.5 plus something, minus 7.5 plus something is MCD plus there is a concentrated load W into H1. So plus there is a load of 20, H1 is 1.5. Height of the column is 3 meters, but the load acts at 1.5 meter from the top. The whole, this is MCD plus W into H1 by L2, that is equal to 3 meters. That is equal to, so this is the second part of the equation. First part of the equation we have substituted, second part of the equation we have substituted, then plus W into L1 minus W is there. Therefore plus W UDL is 30 kilonewton per meter for a length of 5 meters, and the point load is 20 from the right, equal to 0. So this is towards right, this is towards right, this is towards right, this is towards left. Therefore, as we have done earlier, so that's about the directions, is equal to, that is the shear equation, substitution for the shear equation. So this we have to simplify. So what we can do is this 5, we can take it here. The numbers, this 62.5 and 62.5 will get cancelled. This plus 7.5 minus 7.5 will get cancelled. That will become 0. That is equal to, even this equal to is not needed, right? So coming to this, now 4EI by 5, so both first term, second term, both 4EI by 5 only. Therefore 4EI by, already there is 1 5, denominator there is 5, so I will make it as 25. 4EI by 25, 4EI by 25 into, first one it is theta B, 4EI by 25 into theta B minus 3 delta by 5, it is not L, this is actually 5 meters after substitution. So minus 3 delta, because that is for the column AB, AB is of 5 meters length, so so from equation 1, right, so 3 delta by 5. Second one, this is also 4EI by 5 into 5, so 4EI by 25 into 2 theta B, So plus 2 theta b minus 3 delta by 5, 3 delta by 5 minus that number minus 1 by 5, that is what is available in the denominator, 1 by 5 into 30 into 5 square by 2. So this is one term. This is one term. Plus. Coming to the second term. So here also we will take this 3 here. So 2ei by 3 will become 2ei by, so when we take 1 by 3 outside, this will become 2ei by 9. So 2ei by 9 into, in both cases it is 2ei by 3. So multiply by 1 by 3 will become 2ei by 9. So this is theta c, because this simplification is very important. So that is why I am spending a little time on this. It is worth 2 theta c minus delta. So this is in the first two term. So first two term. And 7.5 got cancelled. And this 20 into 1.5 also will have to be divided by 3. Therefore, plus 1/3 is a denominator. 1/3 of 20 into 3. 20 into 3. So this is the second term. First term is this one. Second term is this one. We have plus 30 into 5. That need not be divided by anything. Therefore, plus 30 into 5 minus 20 equal to 0. So here we can simplify this. That is 2a by 9. I think after this you can simplify. I will give you the final equation. Actually, 4 by 25 into theta b. So this 4 by 25 can be taken inside. This 2 by 9 can be taken inside. Multiply everything. So only ei will remain. These numbers we can take it to the right hand side. So this number we can take it to the right hand side. This numbers we can take it to the right hand side. So this 4 by 25 can be taken inside. Multiply everything by 4 by 25. Multiply everything by 2 by 9. And simplify. Add everything. I will give you the final equation. I think this much of idea will be sufficient. I will write down the final equation. The final equation is 0.48 theta b minus 0.667 theta c minus 0.636 delta equal to 65 by ei. After simplification, we will be getting equation 9. So this is another important equation right now. Now we have got equation 7 in terms of theta b, theta c and delta equal to 26.39 by ei. So equation 1. Now next is that of equation number 8. Equation number 8 is again in terms of theta b, theta c, delta. Theta b, theta c, delta, that is equal to theta b plus 4 theta c minus delta equal to 95.415 minus of this by ei, this value 9. So this is also in terms of theta b, theta c, delta. Now coming to the shear equation, after the shear equation also we have got equation number 9, which is 0.48 theta b minus 0.667 theta c minus 0.367636 delta equal to this value. Now we have to solve these three equations and get the values of theta b, theta c and delta. So these three equations nowadays we can do it in a calculator this without any problem. But still, some viewer have asked how to solve the equations. So hence it is worth to spend a few minutes on that. Right now, coming to the next page. So this is our equation 9. Just now we have derived. So equation 9 is this value, 0.48 theta b minus 0.667 theta c, etc. Yes, right. Now equation 8 starts with theta b. Equation 8, theta b into this thing. Therefore, what you can do is we can make the coefficient of theta b to be the same. That is, multiply, suppose if it is 0.48, multiply equation 8 by 0.48. That is, 0.48 theta b plus 4 into 0.8, 0.48, etc. So on the right hand side value also. So this is our equation 9 as it is. Equation 8 multiplied by 0.8, we will be getting this equation. So equation 9 minus equation 10, this will get cancelled and we will be getting this equation. Again, this is our equation 9. This is our equation 9 as we have derived just now. So as available, so this is 2.934, not equation 9. This is our equation 7. Equation 7 is 2.934 theta b plus 0.667 theta c, etc. So that is what is written here. So this is equation 7. Equation 7 we have reproduced here. So using again equation 8, multiply equation 8 by 2.934 and we'll multiply all the terms by 2.934, we'll be getting this. So equation 12 minus this minus this will give, so this will become 0 and you will be getting this equation. Already we have an equation in terms of theta b and theta c, that is equation number 11. Right. Now we have one more equation in theta c and delta after the simplification. So we have equation 13. Now we will make coefficient of theta c to be same. Now here it is 11.069 minus something. So here it is in equation 11 it is minus 2.587. Therefore multiply this by 11.069 by 2.587, that is equal to 4.2787. So multiply equation 11 by 4.2787, we will be getting equation 14. So equation 13 plus equation 14, one is with plus sign, the other one is minus sign. When we add these two, theta c will get cancelled, we will have theta c. So we will have only delta, the equation in terms of delta. So delta can be directly found out. So minus delta equal to 53.746 by EI, or delta equal to minus 53.746 by EA. So this is how we have to get the value of delta. Right. Now thereafter, substituting in equation 11, from 11 minus theta c, 11 minus theta c equal to 110.8 by EI plus 0.156 delta into 1 by 2.587. That is, equation 11 is here. Equation 11, yes, is 2.857 theta c minus 0.5 equal to 110.8 by EA. So what we do is, so 2.87587 theta c equal to 110.8 by EA. This minus, when it goes to plus, when you go to right hand side, it becomes plus. So plus 0.156 delta. Therefore theta c equal to 1 by 2.587 times that value. So from equation 11 we have simplified and got the equation on the right hand side. So it is. So this after substitution equal to, this is minus theta c equal to 110.8 by EI plus delta is minus, therefore 0.156, delta is minus, delta is 53.746 by EI into 1 by 2.857. This will give, this will become minus theta c, and theta c will become, I will straight away give the final value. This is not a difficult one. 39.589 by EI. Theta c equal to minus 39.589 by theta c. Similarly, from equation 8, equation 8 is theta b equal to minus 95.415 by EI. For many of us it will be very elementary still, for the benefit of all, plus delta. That is, this is our equation 8. Equation 8 is theta b plus 4 theta c minus delta, or we can say theta b equal to minus 95.415 by EI minus 4 theta c plus delta. That's what I have done here, minus 4 theta c plus delta. Now here we are substituting a theta c, which is minus 39.589 by EI, delta which is minus 53.7, this value is also known. After substituting, we will be getting theta b equal to 9.195 by EI, 9.195 by. So this is how we have to, it is a lengthy problem. If you do all the calculations, here it will take more than 1.5 hours. But we have to practice to do the same problem in about 45 minutes. Right. So that is about theta b, theta c and delta. So next is final moments. Final moments. So what we have to do is, we have to write down the slope deflection equations one by one. The first slope deflection equation MAB equal to minus 62.5. This is our equation 1. Minus 62.5 plus 4EI by 5 into theta B minus 3 delta by 5 equal to, now we know the values of theta b, delta, substitute will get the numerical value, that's all. So minus 62.5 plus 4EI by 5 into theta b is theta b is 9.195 by EI, theta equal to 9.195, 9.195 by EI plus 3 by 5 delta, 3 by 5, actually it is minus 3 by 5 delta, but delta is minus, delta equal to minus of 53.746 by EI, so minus and minus become plus. Therefore formula is minus, because delta is minus, minus and minus becomes plus, into 53.746 by EI. So on simplification, this EI will get cancelled, and on simplification we'll get a number MAB equal to minus 29.35 kilonewton meter. Dear viewers, we have done number of problems on this. What we are going to do is simply we are going to rewrite all the equations 1 to 6 one by one, substitute the value of theta b, theta c and delta. All the equations are in terms of these unknowns. After substituting, I will be getting this value. So I will straight away write down the values. So I have shown one calculation. I will straight away write down MBA equal to MBA equal to 101.101, not 101, it is 103.101 kilonewton meter. MBC equal to minus 103.02. There will be some decimal problem. 103, actually it should be same, it is only 0.01 difference. So this is what is given by our calculations. So MCB equal to MCB equal to 24.455 kilometer. MCD equal to minus 24.455 kilonewton meter, and MDC equal to 16.938 kilonewton meter. So these two values will be the same, equal and opposite, these two. So that means the frame is in equilibrium, right? Now first one is minus, second one is plus, right? Now coming to this column 1, this is the beam, this is another column. So first one is minus, second one is plus, third one is minus, fourth one is plus, fifth one is minus. See, first one is minus, second one is plus, third one is minus, fourth one is plus, fifth one is minus, sixth one is plus. So sixth one is plus. So this will make the column to deflect like this. Tension will be on the outer side. So here also tension will be on the outer side. So this is anti-clockwise, therefore this will hog the beam. So this is clockwise, this will also hog the beam. So what is the direction in which the beam will bend, right? So here it is anti-clockwise, so it will make the column to bend like this. Tension on the outside. So here also tension on the outside, because this is clockwise, tension on the outside. So that is about the bending or tension side, marking the tension side, right? Now coming to the, so this is actually right. So this is ABCD. ABCD. Now here the values are, right. Now coming to the values, now we know these are the values: minus 29.35, 103.01, 24.455, etc. And also we have marked the direction where tension occurs. Therefore here these are the values, support moments, as we have marked in the earlier problem, right? So we have drawn only the support moment diagram. We have plotted the values on the tension side, right? Now we have to superimpose on this the simply supported moment diagram. For this, if you consider AB as a simply support beam, AB is subjected to UDL of 30 kN per meter. Therefore, simply supported moment is WL square by 8. Therefore, 30 into 5 square by 8 is 93.75 kN meter. Right. For column CD, there is a load on the right hand side from right to left, 20 kN. Therefore, that is WL by 4. It is a central load, WL by 4, that is 15 kN meter. For the beam, if it is considered as a simply support, BC is considered as a simply supported beam, then there are two loads. By taking moment about C, we can find out the value of RB. Total load minus RB will give the value of RC. So these are the values. Therefore, the bending moment under the 80 kilonewton load is equal to 66.67 into 2. The bending moment under the 40 kilonewton load equal to RC into 2. So that is about, these are the bending moments. So these are the simply supported bending moments. Now superimpose these values. In AB, this is 93.75. So here it is 103. Here it is 29. So let us say 133. Half is only 65. So the average value. Now this value is 93.75. Therefore this will come outside. Yes. Now this value equal to 93.75 kilonewton meter. Now here in BC, this is 130, this is 103, so this is 133. Now at 2 meters, another 2 meters, it is 106. Therefore here the value is less, 4 meters, and here it is 0. Here it is 0. Here it is 0. Now this value is 133.34 kilonewton meter. This value is 106.66 kilonewton meter. So on coming to this, on the right hand side, this is 24 point something, this is 16 point something. The load is at the center. So the ordinate due to the support moment will be 24 plus 16 by 2 approximately is 20. 24 approximately 24 plus 16, 40 by 2 equal to 20. So the ordinate at the center will be 40 point something. But this simply support moment is only 15 kilonewton. Therefore, this will not go out. Therefore, so actually, yes, this value is 15 kilonewton meter, less than the average at the mid height. Therefore, it will be within the within the trapezium. So this is the bending moment diagram. So as I told earlier, we need not mark plus and minus for the column. This is minus, this is plus, and this is minus. So we have to hatch this perpendicular to the member. Perpendicular to the member, we have to hatch this, right. So this is our bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram. So this completes the bending moment diagram for the problem that we have considered. Still we have some more work, that is under these point loads. Similarly at the center we have to find out what is the net ordinate, because only for the net value of the bending moment the column is to be designed. Similarly, this section of the beam will have to be designed for the net bending moment here. We have to find out these values. So that we have not completed. So we have to find out, and for these moments we have to design the section. So that we have to just find out, accepting that. So this is the bending moment diagram for the frame that we have considered, right? So this completes this problem. Thank you.